Can't believe we're finally going back in time. Oh, I get to meet my dad. Hey, Mr. Piccolo, you've met my dad before. What do you think he's like? I thought so. What's up everybody, StevDeS here, and welcome to another edition of Dragon Ball Days. This Dragon Ball Day was given to you by part 1 of this video, which was given to you by the Anime Noob. He suggested that, well, if future Piccolo survived, something different might happen. And we have seen something different. For one, we get Kami and Piccolo fusing in the future, and they don't use the Dragon Balls or the Time Chamber. I know that was probably a question on a lot of people's minds for the last part, but I didn't want to make it too easy for the characters. Besides, Piccolo can be useful in the actual timeline. The reason why they didn't use the Dragon Balls is because Piccolo, in a very realistic sense as far as what I'm concerned, would not want to use the Dragon Balls to go to Namek, nor would he want to use the Dragon Balls to fix an Earth problem. They decided to use the Dragon Balls to find out if their Earth truly has a way out. And sure enough it does. A time-traveling warrior will arise, and this is the premonition that the dragon gave. So, they immediately think Trunks. So far, Gohan, Vegeta, everyone else has been ineffective against these androids, but Trunks hasn't been the one to fight. This gives Trunks more of a goal, and it allows us to look at Trunks and say, wow, this guy's gonna do some good stuff. Honestly, I didn't really like future Trunks as a character in the Android Saga, so why not give him a little more importance? As far as the hyperbolic time chamber is concerned, I don't think Trunks' mind would be ready to handle that. At this point in the series, the Room of Spirit and Time is quite a big endeavor, and you need to have the mind of a mature warrior. Something Trunks really isn't right now. But don't worry, Trunks. You've been trained under Piccolo, so at least you got Super Saiyan Grade 2 under your belt. With that, let's get into part 2 of What If Future Piccolo Survived. Arriving in the past, Piccolo immediately senses the energy of Frieza and his forces, and immediately recognizes it. It worked. I sense Frieza's energy, but I don't sense Goku. Well, Mom did warn us about, multiverse theory. We probably could have changed something on that front. I doubt that Goku's dead, but with everyone else showing up, we can't let Frieza kill anyone. Let's go, Trunks. With a cowl over his head, future Piccolo leads Trunks into where Frieza's forces have just landed. They eliminate a few guards, and Piccolo keeps the cowl over his head. He doesn't need to be recognized by the likes of Frieza. We get a battle between Trunks and Frieza, and we get our man Piccolo going up against the King. Here we actually get King Cold fighting, and sure enough, even in his second form, it's very much a challenge. He's only in his second form, so he can't really stand up to a Super Saiyan, and as we've established in the main timeline, Piccolo is more powerful than a Super Saiyan, at least Grade 1. In this continuity, I'm gonna say he's just under Grade 3 as far as his power level. You know, the big bulky form. King Cold is starting to get annoyed at this, and sure enough, he does transform into his final form, only he takes a lot faster to do it than Frieza did. It's a form he's been in before, but he just never thought to use it. He always thought transforming back to the second form would be a lot more manageable, and he never needed that. Now he does. Future Piccolo is about the same power level as this final form King Cold, but that means he just has to remove the weights. Yeah, he still does weight training, but there's a difference between these weights and the other Piccolo's weights. Ever since getting that power up from absorbing Kami, he's been able to handle much more weight, and he removes the shoulders and reaches under his cowl to take the hat off, tossing it aside. At this point, the Z Fighters get close enough to see the battle ensue, and King Cold gets a good hit on future Piccolo, knocking the cowl off of his head. That's where future Piccolo is ready to take this seriously. Future Piccolo is in fact handing King Cold his butt on a plate, while Trunks is finishing off Frieza. Both of them go down, and there are two Z fighters that take a bit of reaction to this. We of course have present Piccolo recognizing himself and staying silent, knowing that if there's something going on here, and that is him, he would want to keep it quiet. He's gonna get his answers, but in due time. For now, Piccolo is staying silent about his future doppelganger. Vegeta, however, he's not that silent. The Namekian couldn't possibly beat Frieza in his third form, but this Namekian is handling his father in his final form. From what I can sense, he's even more powerful than a Super Saiyan. How is this possible? Naturally, Vegeta finds this infuriating. After the fight, everybody goes to where Goku's gonna land, and it's a much longer fight this time around, so they don't have to wait as long. Before Goku lands, one Piccolo does walk up to the other one, and they both just have a stare down. The present Piccolo is able to see that this guy means no harm, but that doesn't stop him from messing with himself. Not like that. The present Piccolo then asks a question just to get the other Piccolo to be on the back foot a little bit. He'll get his answers in due time. But for right now, he does sense Kami's ki.
So this is what you used the Dragon Balls on, huh, Kami? Well, I couldn't let you have all the fun, Piccolo.
Sure enough, Goku arrives, and he's super confused when he sees two of the same Namekian. But one of them has Kami's ki, so okay, that must be Kami. Future Piccolo decides to go along with this until the next time they come to this time period, and sure enough, he's able to talk to Goku, not Trunks. As future Piccolo leaves with Goku, present Piccolo takes the opportunity and starts drilling into Trunks.
Alright, kid, I want some answers. Who are you and why are you here?
Hey, I'm on your side, you know.
All other Saiyans should be dead. And here you are, turning into a Super Saiyan with that guy, who I'm convinced isn't Kami. So, who are you?
Trunks has to defuse the situation as quickly as possible, but then Vegeta starts chiming in. Okay, look, you'll get your answers in time.
Not until I get some answers now, brat!
Fine, okay. You, come with me. He knows about present Piccolo's ear thing that nobody else has. So he's able to lead present Piccolo away and talk to him by himself. Meanwhile, the skirmish that future Trunks had in the original timeline, in this timeline with future Piccolo, is just coming to a close.
Hold on, StevDeS! Why would future Piccolo be fighting Goku?
So he can measure Goku's power in comparison to the androids right now.
Oh, okay. You can go on.
He tells Goku about the androids, how Gohan and Vegeta were good warriors up until their deaths, and they were Super Saiyans. He actually tells a lot more than Trunks can. He also tells him that he's both Kami and Piccolo right now, as well as the medicine that Trunks has in order to help Goku with the heart virus. If there's anyone that Goku's gonna listen to, it's Piccolo. And if there's anyone above Piccolo that Goku's gonna listen to, it's Kami. So, both of them here makes a big difference. Goku is happy to hear it and turns to the crowd. So, where's your friend?
And your Piccolo.
They return in the time machine 3 years into the future where the androids have shown up. While they're traveling, Piccolo immediately addresses Trunks about the situation.
Where did you go?
Your past self was kind of forward.
Trunks? What did you tell him?
Nothing more than he needed to know,
And what?
I had to say that Kami fused with you, not the other way around.
Great. Well, I think it'll make things simpler when we head back to the past then. They can start calling me Kami. But I'm not staying by that name, got it?
Yes, sir, Mr. Piccolo. Heading to the past, they witness 19's head and Dr. Giroux's body just laying in the dust, in front of the Z-Warriors, who have just finished the job. There's a few things different from the canon that I want to mention. Thanks to future Piccolo talking to Goku, Vegeta's a Super Saiyan, and he stayed on the planet. Gohan's a Super Saiyan, and Goku has reached Super Saiyan Grade 2. Not only that, but we have the early fusion of Piccolo and Kami because they didn't have to use the Dragon Balls, everybody was here. Yep, thanks to future Piccolo, a much more experienced fighter telling Goku about what happens in the future, things get done. Goku's been taken home and Gohan and Vegeta just got out of Super Saiyan form as the future duo arrive.
What happened here? Where are the androids?
They're right here, Mr. Kami. No, these aren't the androids. What numbers did they call themselves?
They called themselves 19 and 20.
That's not right. The androids should have gone by 17 and 18.
That means they could still be out there, so we don't have much time. We need to find them and get rid of them.
That's where Bulma shows up and reveals the location of Dr. Giroux's lab. Sure enough, they find the androids and they are in fact deactivated, with one other pod already open. Before heading into Giroux's lab, they suggest that Gohan go home and be sure that Goku's taken care of. Gohan's more than happy to. I mean, the last androids were easy, they were able to take care of him. I'm sure he'd want to see his mom and his dad. Little does he know, someone is already ahead of him. A failsafe after Dr. Giroux has been killed, heading to Son Goku's house. And, he's not exactly friendly in this timeline. That is where we will be leaving things for right now. So what do you all think? Do you think this changes things well enough? Do you think they're gonna outright kill 17 and 18? You tell me by voting in that poll above. For more what-ifs in the realm of video gaming and Dragon Ball alike, such as if Krillin was Quillin, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Jeez. And the Z-Warriors were over preparing when it was just Shiro.